business hours.
They have that when you walk in the jail down in Aroostook County.
But it's
But-
during business hours in the town office.
That is correct.
We had another question, Ethan.
There are lots of
Mr.
stuff.
Cole, recognizing that you're new to the board, seeing that your email is to be on the town website, recognizing whether or not your email is something that's available to the town as well as all other board members. Are all other board members' emails available to the town currently?
This is a roast, isn't it?
It always is, I'm used to it. I'd feel bad if it wasn't.
All I can vouch is I know my email's there.
Mine is there.
Oh, wait, you have a question for me, Ethan? Me?
No, I was asking if all of the.
Because I don't have an email, and I've asked Bridget just recently to hard copy every request that comes to me. Because for 14 years, I've never used an email. Until Harold was elected, then we started using emails. So emails have become like Pokemon cards. Everybody wants to collect them now. So I'm not going to be emailing anyone in the future. But all my emails are subject to the town, so they can have them. I've given my password and all my information to the gentleman that provides IT service.
Can I ask you why you feel as though you're being singled out in this?
Oh, no, you can't, but thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on. Any other public questions?
How's the checkbook coming?
Me being new, that'd be a question for
Nobody.
nobody.
Hey, man.
Go ahead.
Hang on.
Go ahead,
I
Rob.
believe Donna is your assistant treasurer.
Well,
Bookkeeper.
I think our deputy is Bridget.
I believe Mrs. Ekman is as well.
Okay. I didn't know
So we should
that.
check into that.
Yeah, we should, definitely. We have to. So, I was assuming Bridget's the deputy for Vicky, and Vicky's the deputy for Bridget.
No.
When people are,
I don't
I almost
think
think
so.
that's how that, am I correct on that?
That was my understanding, I didn't know there was somebody else.
So we didn't know.
Well, I believe this was taken care of.
It was taken care of when we didn't have anyone,
Yes.
because the Woodland was going to be sued by the union that protects the teachers, because Woodland owns the school. Therefore, if the paychecks didn't get in the bank accounts on time, every teacher has an attorney provided by the union, and they would be able to sue the town of Woodland for not being paid. So we did put Donna on so she could do payroll, basic payroll. At the time, we had no employees.
So that was done to help.
It was done to help, and I appreciate that. I won't speak for everyone in this room, but I appreciate it.
Are you talking about basic payroll? Or are you talking about our checking, our reconciliation of the checkbook?
That would be a discussion you have to have with her.
Okay.
I believe that is still there.
You think she's reconciling all our accounts payable with our checking?
Well, I don't know
No,
the
I think
specifics of her responsibilities, but I do know that it was necessary.
For accounts
Help
payable,
out.
for payroll.
Well, again, I'm not sure exactly what it was for.
It was for payroll.
I think it was for payroll, so the schools, teachers could get paid. As far as our everyday accounts receivable, accounts payable for the town, that's an unknown. We're not sure yet on that. That's something we'll have to find out. So, any other questions? All right. So, other business. I see here we have a Mr. Long. Mr. Long, is Mr. Long here? I don't know. It just says Mr. Long here. All right. No Mr. Long. Moving on. Planning board question of reserve funds. Anybody here from the planning board? It's gonna. Dave.
The question is, how do we get money to pay for stamps and mail out the survey that we're working on? It's a nuts and bolts issue. We have money set aside for the planning board, we need to access it.
Okay. Could you purchase the stamps, bring us in an invoice, and have us pay you for that invoice?
I certainly can.
I mean, is that agreeable? Okay, how about you, Tom?
No problem.
Okay. So get your stamps,
Get whatever you
Yeah.
need,
bring it in, and
because it's your own funding, correct?
And which employee handles our funding? Is that Vicki or
Bob.
Bridget?
I think.
Bridget's here now, so we'll go with Bridget.
Very good, thank you.
All right. Jamie Stevens, consideration for Board of Appeals.
I certainly would consider it.
I would agree with
I would agree 100%.
Here's I submit my name for consideration for the vacant position on the Woodland Board of Appeals. In the process, I resign my position as a non-voting alternate member on the Woodland Planning Board. Jamie Stevens.
Do we need a,
I think we need to
Need a
draw
motion?
the paperwork. I mean,
Withdraw.
Certainly.
okay,
I move to, go ahead.
I'm good with
yeah,
that.
I'm good with that.
So move to accepting.
Okay,
I'll second.
all in favor? Okay. Under other business, I got a couple of things here. On the Tuesday nights of the town meeting, which will be this Tuesday night, the town office is open until 5 o'clock. So by the time the ladies in the office clear out, cash out, and finalize the day's events in the town office, it's 5:30, then they're rolling right in here without a lot of preparation to set the meeting up. So I'd kind of like to ask a question about maybe closing the town office that one Tuesday night that the selectmen's meetings are on at 4:30. That gives the girls in the office a chance to finalize stuff by 5, then be able to prep our packet stuff for 5:30.
That's reasonable.
That reasonable?
Yep.
Reasonable?
Yep.
I make a motion, we, on the nights of the selectmen, the Tuesday nights that were open till 5, we shut down at 4:30, the one night a month, so the girls have a chance to cash up.
I'll second it.
All in favor? Okay. So I guess my other question was the camera setup here. I don't know. I think what we have for a setup here, and the way they're set up, and the way the action is, and where the boxes in the maintenance room here, I got an issue with the camera system being not what's needed for the town. If at the time of a crisis or a time of security breach or whatever, you're going to want clear, crystal, facials, whatever, on a camera system, you're not going to want a smudged out imagery or something like that. So I think with the system that we have that's in place, I remember when it was purchased years ago, I don't think it's what the town needs for a camera system. And some work, some don't. We need to get some clarification, understandable on the camera setup here. But I'd like to see that the town move to come into a camera system that is, I understand the school's getting one, and they've talked to a few people on camera-related issues, maybe get some pricing or something of what's needed here, and properly needed, not, hey, I'm gonna put a camera here or there or whatever, and have that set up so it comes from a legit company that sets it up, does the recordings, archives whatever is needed to be archived. The cameras are placed wherever they're needed in the town, and check into some pricing on that, and clarification on what's recorded, what's not,
And who plays with it?
and how it's set up. I
Who
mean,
has access to it?
who has access to it, yeah. Yes, Ethan?
In one of the previous meetings, when we had brought up the topic for the sign, an LED sign out front, there was
Yeah.
another resident that had brought up a comment to say that there was some COVID funds that we were entitled to.
Yeah.
Is that still something of option, and based off of the camera concern being at hand now, is that something that could potentially be utilized for that? Is it a grant? How do we get it?
Well, I think you have it. don't you?
We have that.
We do have it in funds now.
It's not the same amount that was in our, from what I understand, that was reported in our annual report. In our annual report, it was a little over 60,000, and I think it was Belinda that spoke with Nancy, and she said there's 40,
$1,015.33.
and I don't know, did she?
11,000 went to, was
Payroll?
distributed among employees. Then there was, I think
don't-
2,400 that was paid out to dues to the county.
They had to do that, that was perfect.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
I
I
got
don't remember
And
it.
that came right from Giselle,
Yeah.
from Belgians, when I was in here that day.
Nancy.
No, it was Giselle. They were both here, but Giselle's the one that told me.
Well, I don't remember, well, I don't know why it was reported that way in our annual report. Come on, because that actually was done in 2021. And our annual report showed 60 grand in there.
Yeah.
So we got to make a journal entry on that somewhere.
So I do know COVID money is spec'd out for certain things, and I don't know if a camera system spending might be that or not, that we'd have to get clarification on what we can use that money for or not.
Just bring it
You
back
think
to
that
the
it
table,
would
say that there is
be-
funds.
Yeah,
What's
there
that?
is
You
some
think it
funds in
would
there.
be able to be roped in somehow, because like, if our office was closed, we'd want to know what was going on there, so I'm sure that there's a rope that you can,
When they allocated that money, I know like for the school, they could use it for windows and flooring in the towns. I know they bought a bus, they bought a,
Americans with Disabilities.
yes, there's a lot of criteria that goes along with that. And as long as they're in the stipulations or something like that, I mean, I would say you could, if it was,
We'll check on
we'll
it.
check on it, definitely.
Is there a time frame? I'm not sure, but is there a
Well,
time?
we met our obligation this year with the county. We meet our obligation going through the county. And I helped Vicki this year, and we met our obligations for it, so we have until next year this time to.
Okay.
Oh, Louis, go ahead, sorry.
Maybe it's over, but I thought a few minutes ago, there was an idea presented where we were gonna have the committee write a policy before anything happened with cameras.
Yeah. So you're saying that camera policy can be decided under that steering committee?
Sure.
Or
I
not?
thought that's what we agreed to a while ago,
Okay,
so.
okay.
We're wasting time.
Yes, and also,
We're just gonna do the homework on it, get pricing and see what it would cost us and.
yeah, for the camera system setup. Everybody okay with that? I mean,
I'm fine with
looking into some pricing for some camera deal, Tom?
Absolutely.
All right. All right. Um, So I have under here the desk issue in the office. And I don't know if we want to, like I said, I've
I
heard,
suggest that you listen a little more and then make a decision in a month.
okay, let's table that for a month. Is that okay?
I second it.
We'll find out.
Is that a motion?
That's a motion.
I second it.
Okay,
Take a vote.
okay.
Who, all in favor?
All in favor?
Okay. Motion passes.
Anything else under other business? You got anything, Tom?
I have nothing, no.
How about you, Kathy?
Oh, yes, we need to set a date for the March election.
Okay. So you need a calendar?
Should be in the book. Whenever the meeting is, it goes either the day before.
Where's our meeting? Our meeting's the 19th.
So the election will be the 18th? Is that what we're,
So actually, my understanding is for nomination papers, it's 100 days prior to the election, unless we end up where we're at, we're already kind of behind the schedule, and unless we end up going with another shortened process.
so what you're saying is we don't have 100 days between now and the election?
99.
We have 99 days, is that what it is?
This is the 19th.
Yep.
Or we can go after. It doesn't have to be between. We can go on the 26th of February.
So you guys can't vote on shortening that by 5 or 10 days?
I believe we could.
I'm
So-
sorry, I missed.
Can we shorten it by 5 to 10 days? Isn't it a shortened election that's only 45
So the
days?
shortened election is the same thing that we've done for the last 2 local elections for the board members, has been a shortened election. And that's kind of what we're up against as far as doing things so that we can keep, once the March term ends, so that we can go right into having someone fulfill that instead of having to wait out
Another month?
weeks or however.
So do we want to have it on the 18th, the election on the 18th?
Oh, shorten it and- Do that one for you. Where's that one?
Could we move the select meeting just that 1 month to the
For
following?
the next week?
So
How about
that you
that?
have the 100 days?
How about that?
So starting, we're talking 100 days, that's starting as of tomorrow.
So we will.
I have to go to a short process.
Which one, I will be to a shortened process. Is it what I do? I will go for shortened process.
It's just, the biggest thing is the training for the big gist of everything with elections is held in February, and I've not had that as of yet. So to answer you 100%, I'm not able to
Okay.
completely give that answer.
Um,
I was just told we really needed to set a date in March. And if it comes down to it being a shortened process, then that's what we'll have to go with. So March 26th.
March 26th?
26th?
Makes no difference to me.
And that way it's.
And then what, we're going to have a selectmen's meeting on the 27th?
I'll just make phone calls tomorrow and find out what we're gonna have to do because it's, I don't know.
Okay, are we still gonna have our meeting in the year?
You can always
The
bring it to the next
26th
meeting.
is the Tuesday, so shouldn't we have the election the 25th and then have the meeting on the
Have
26th?
our meeting on the 19th and.
So-
We can probably do something here.
See, I don't know what you guys want to do for elections when it comes down to.
So we usually have the annual town meeting
After the election.
after the election.
Right.
Because this is our annual town, where we come in and vote in the
Correct.
articles.
So because of things being thrown off this year, I'm not familiar with what.
There must be some place to reach out to answer questions.
Yeah.
Oh, I can reach out, but they not necessarily can tell me exactly what the town has done
I
prior
know
to.
that they can give you a solution to our problem.
That's why I'm saying that, that's what I was told as far as the shortened process being able to be done.
And why don't we
Worst case
reach
scenario.
out to the source and find out if moving the town meeting is a big deal, for moving it a week, and then we'll just set the date for the town meeting 101 days away
So
from.
what
the
is
date
the
we set.
normal process, I guess, since you've been here? What is the normal time frame that the town meeting normally gets done? If things were operating, do you normally do it at the end of the month of March? Do you
It's
have
usually in the
a-
middle. Around the 17th, 18th is usually.
So is it
the
on a
rule.
Tuesday, Wednesday typically, or is there a said?
It's usually on a Wednesday, I think. 'Cause we have to-
You
the
can't
election-
really go by day, but it goes by date. I can't, whatever's been, straight in the back of every book,
Yeah, it tells
every
you-
annual report has the dates. And it should have the projected date going forward. So for example, if this book says March's date, the meeting would have been the day after. And I don't think it will be a problem to change that within the scope of a few
And we can
days.
just
Shorten it up
readjust
a
it
little.
coming to the next meeting as far as,
Yeah.
okay.
But something has to be sort of decided so we don't lose between now and next month.
Yes,
So-
but that
so-
can be all decided by a phone call from the clerk individually.
Correct.
Okay. Okay.
And I'll do some more research with them tomorrow. See what I can
Well, let
find.
us know as soon as we can have the election, make sure it's whatever it is, let us know. Any other questions under other business? You're all set, Tom?
I'm perfectly
All right.
fine, thank you.
How about you, Kathy? Bridget? All right. I think we're gonna move into an executive session.
No, we aren't, because this one we had last night, this shouldn't have been on this agenda.
Okay.
So, if you have to go out and read the one that was posted for last night, and this was not supposed to be on this agenda.
Okay.
So in order to have another executive session, we would have to.
Post it again for 7 days.
An executive session by law is supposed to be called within the confines of a meeting, unless it's an emergency.
But this has
I
been
don't know if we
posted.
have an emergency to
This has
call
been
a meeting or not.
So,
Correct.
We've got a different agenda. I
Okay.
think, than- Do you have the same agenda?
I don't know, you got the same agenda, Tom?
Well, I do, and I believe this is the same wording that's
Oh, yeah.
out there on the wall
Yep.
for
Okay.
last night.
Well, we can have.
Well, it might be the same wording as last night, but it doesn't mean that that's not something that needs to be addressed this evening.
No, but it's already, we've already met.
I'm sorry?
We met
we
on the
have
posting
one.
on the board.
Correct,
This,
and I
this has
understand.
happened, this is in the
I'm-
past.
No, we had one last night, but there's another one tonight. It's on.
No, that wasn't what I was, that's not how it was
And it was
explained
cut
to
short.
us.
And that was cut short as well.
Well, you guys are more than welcome to attend it, but I won't attend it because you posted it.
Right,
For
posted it
This,
here as well.
this was passed to me the same day, and we conversed about
There
that.
were two.
What do you mean this was passed to you the same day?
You gave me this today, I asked you about the meeting that was to be held on Monday.
The other one was actually posted the day before by Vicki, and this is the one that she asked me to post the next day.
So, is the one on the wall, is it still on there?
Yes, sir?
Is that the same as this one?
Not as far as I'm concerned.
No, not about your concern. Is it written the same?
Is it written the same?
Yeah.
I'm not 100% that it's
Well, we need to be
written
100%.
the same as far as that goes, but they do have the same numbers, yes?
Yes, so
But that
that,
doesn't necessarily mean
this
it's
was
the same.
questioned, this was questioned when this was passed to me, why it's on this agenda if we
This,
were having a
this
Monday.
agenda, this is the agenda that's posted in the hallway. This is what Vicki posted,
And this is tonight.
and this is a different one, posted on a different date.
Not a problem. You guys can have your executive session. Again, that's not a problem. I'm not going to attend it because I attended it already.
No, you didn't.
No,
This
there
is
last
this
night.
one. You
No.
attended this one.
No.
This is a different one. There were two. There were two.
Why would you have two?
We had to have two. We got our reasons.
What were the reasons?
Didn't the power go out last night?
What's that?
The power went out last
And
night.
the power went out last night too, and it prevented us from completing one.
So,
Not a problem. You're more than welcome to have it. I'm not having it, that's all. Because
Okay.
I know better.
Yeah, we'll go into executive session.
okay,
So we need to move
we're gonna go into executive session.
Yeah, okay, we're gonna stand up.
Have a good evening.
You haven't adjourned yet. We need to adjourn this.
That's all right.
Can
You
adjourn
can
the
adjourn.
meeting?
I'm not, he's the chair. He can adjourn. You can second it. You're all set. Have a great
Make a
evening,
motion to go
folks.
into executive session.
Okay, you gotta adjourn this
Oh.
one first.
Sorry. Make a motion to adjourn tonight's meeting.
I'll second it.
All in favor? Okay.
Now you gotta call executive session.
I'm going to call for an executive session. Personnel matter,
Good.
1
You had very
RSA
good
405 6A.